Well, hello. We're live. We're doing chocolate chip cookies today, and it's a very exciting thing because we're actually using the basic Toll House cookie recipe. You know the one I mean, this one, and making a few changes to it to make sure your cookies come out perfectly every time. Okay, so bear with me a moment. I'm going to do my tech thing so the camera will go right on the food. Okay? Okay. Here's what we do. We do this. We do that. We do this. Yeah, like that. Think. Okay. So, Toll House cookies. You know the yellow bag. What's great about these is that it's a very old recipe, very tried and true. Okay? And the main thing that we're going to do is we're going to replace the flour, which you'll probably be using AP flour or all-purpose flour that looks like this. And I know the text may come out backwards because I really have to fix my camera, which I plan to do. But anyway, AP flour will work. It works great. However, if you replace the same amount with red flour, your cookies will be more firm and they will not spread as much, and they will be puffier and have just generally a better structure. Red flour is the way to go, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and make a batch and show you. As you know, this is mise en place, this is everything in its place, so before you start to mix anything, always have all your ingredients measured out, okay? Very important. Now, the first thing we do is start with the butter, and you want to use cold butter. Cold butter, I mean it. This is me being emphatic with my hands. It must be cold butter. Mine is in the fridge. I'm going to get it. Now, I have also cubed my butter. What does that mean, cubed butter? You'll see that in recipes quite a lot. It means you cut it in even sizes, little cubes, so that it will mix more easily and in a homogeneous way. So you won't have big clumps of butter that are getting all coated with sugar and then little sort of overly melted bits. So when we say cubed, what we're going to do is cut it into little cubes. I've gone ahead and started it to show you. So first I went evenly, and that is about ½ inch. ½ inch, ½ inch, ½ inch, ½ inch. Then you come over here, cut it like so, and cut it like so. Like that. Okay, you're gonna put that in the mixer. You know why it's so important that you keep it cold? Because there are baking processes that happen in the oven, and one of them is that the fats will melt. And if it's your butter's too warm and you've overworked it at this stage, it won't, it basically is already melted out. So it won't interact with all of the other ingredients properly. I could go on, but trust me, that's the reason. So cold butter, cold butter, cold butter. And don't overmix it. Go very, very lightly here. That's a big thing. People want to mix and mix and mix until it's smooth. You don't need it smooth. You just want it just mixed in. And I'm going to show you this as we go. Butter. I'm going to just blend it a little bit. I say a little bit. I mean a little bit. Like that. That's it. That's enough. I have sugar. I have granulated white sugar and dark brown sugar. Now you may wonder, do I use golden brown? Do I use dark? Here's the difference. The golden brown has a little bit more molasses to it. It's a little bit less processed. Excuse me, sorry. The dark has more molasses, a little more flavor, kind of more mapley flavor. The light is lighter in color. You can see the difference. and it's just more moderate in flavor. It tastes sweeter. This tastes a little more complex. So for me, it's dark. You can use them interchangeably, whichever you prefer. So I've blended that butter just a little bit, and then I'm going to put some sugar in. Show you a trick for when you know that that's going to pop out of the mixer when you mix it. You can take a dishcloth, wrap it around like so, and then turn your mixer. And that'll keep it all in the bowl. Mix on low for this one. I'm doing everything backwards so you can see. Yeah. Now you see it is blending a little bit. That's good, but I don't want to go all the way to smooth. I don't. That's really enough right there. You know, it takes restraint because you want to kind of keep mixing. It's going well, but don't. To this, we're going to add 2 eggs. And another thing that I did is I measure all the dry ingredients together. So that's 2 cups of bread flour, 2 1/4 cups of bread flour, and then a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda. Baking soda, not baking powder, because you know they're kind of different. They're definitely different. Baking soda is the more pure of the two and is what's called for on that famous Toll House recipe and is what works chemically for this recipe. So that is all of that. We usually would sift that together. This is such a basic and simple recipe. It's not, you don't really need a whole lot of aeration. We're not trying to do a sponge cake or something. We're relying on that. So just mix it up a little bit, and that will be ready to go. Now we're going to do eggs. I like to break my eggs, not on the mixer like this, but over here like this, because if eggshell gets in, then you can take it out before you go in there. And you're always kind of on the lookout for eggshell. And you have a clean line. That helps. Wow. Whoa, that's one of those eggs that has kind of double. That's so cool. I think we're going to be fine. If that's the way that chicken made it happen, then that's good enough for me. I did just get these at the farmer's market, right? So this makes a difference. These are big, fresh eggs. We're going right in here. Usually do eggs one at a time. And just enough to moisten it, just enough to moisten it, that's it. And I'm going to make sure you can see what that looks like. Yeah. I'm even going to come off of the tripod and show you. Yeah, see how you could make that smoother, but that's not what we're trying to do. We're just trying to bring it together. Now, this is much more fun for me. Now, I'm going to go in with a little flour. Again, if you're worried about this splashing on you, use that dish trick. Generally, when you do flour is 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. You've got a third of it in, mix it, and then another third, and then another third. It allows it to absorb and it's not overwhelming because you're dumping it all in. As soon as you see that it's somewhat mixed up, then you can stop the mixer and put more in. If you're at all worried about over-mixing it, you can take it off the mixer, especially at this point when you've done all the hard work. The butter's incorporated, the sugar's in there. But you see, what we have is a beautiful cookie dough. What I'm going to do is put vanilla in there and then talk a little bit about chocolate chips. happen to love this brand. Sorry, Nielsen Massey, famous vanilla brand. Very good people. They have a wonderful book, by the way. Speaking of wonderful books, here's some. On Food and Cooking by Harold McGee. That's going to tell you a lot about these baking processes that they're working on today. The chemistry of baking. How Baking Works by Paula Figoni. Another great book. And this is the one we used to work with when I was a teacher at Le Cordon Bleu College of Culinary Arts. And it's Professional Baking by Wayne Eastland. There are many, many versions of that. This is like version 12, I think, or something. Anyway, great basics, great explanations of how and why this all works. So we've got vanilla. We mixed just a bit. Just so tempting to taste this right now. And I'm going to use a tasting spoon. You can tell around my kitchen that I've been to the farmer's market today. Oh, because look at those heirloom tomatoes, aren't they gorgeous? And look at my strawberries. Aren't they gorgeous? And if you like the freshness of farmer's market stuff and can't get to the market, you can use services like Milk and Eggs, which will bring you farmer's market produce to your home. It'll be there in the morning when you wake up. Okay, that is so good. That is so good. That just is chocolate chip cookie dough. I rest my case. We're going to put the chocolate chips in. And Toll House are from Nestle, as you see here, and semi-sweet. Semi-sweet. That is dark chocolate with a lot of sugar. If you are a dark chocolate person and you like dark chocolate with less sugar, there are some great products for you. One of them is also from Nestle, and it's the Toll House brand. And these are dark, so these have less sugar. They're just a little more chocolatey, flavors more pronounced. You can also get these in milk chocolate. For me, those are really too sweet, and I'm like a sugar fiend to start with. But those are too sweet for me, so I go with these. Either the dark or semi-sweet. And if you want a somewhat more premium brand, people in this field, there are some great ones. Card from Bay Area in San Francisco. They also have a super premium line. Oh, so good. And Sharpenberg, another Bay Area chocolate maker, now owned by Kraft, but really wonderfully inventive, originally as an artisan chocolate company. And still very good flavor happening there. So many choices, but again, we're going to go straight with this brand. And holding it like so. Like this. No, you can't see that. But add your chocolate chips like that. Oh dear. I hope you can see that. Isn't that beautiful? Let's take a look at the texture a bit. And you see, because it all mixed up fine. We didn't have to mix it heavily. It happened because we had so many ingredients to add, and we did everything kind of in a slow and steady way. And that is what we got. That is what chocolate chip cookie dough should look like. Now, here's a very important thing. You got to chill it at this point, okay? You take the bowl off the mixer, and you wrap it with saran wrap or cling wrap, whatever you like, even a plate over it, and chill it for at least 20 minutes, okay? That allows those fats to come back together, and just the whole, all those different ingredients and those different textures come together as a cookie dough, as one cookie dough. You're going to chill it, and then you're going to scoop it out, and then you're going to bake it. And when you're done, you will have something that looks like this. It will be uniform. It will be chocolatey. It will be lightly golden brown. Don't burn them. And not be spread. You know how you see those chocolate chip cookies that are like too flat, they're like pancakes, and you go, oh, those little kids at the bake sale must have done something wrong. All they did was overmix the butter, okay, but you're not going to do that. And that concludes our story today. You will find this recipe on in the notes section of Facebook page for Food Market Gypsy. Thank you. See you next week. Oh, next week, very exciting. October 1st, we're live from the Chocolate Salon in Pasadena, and I will be telling you a lot about what's going on there. Okay, ciao, bye.